Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over my step-by-step guide on how to register a DBA in California 2 different ways. So the first way we'll go through is getting the DBA on your own. But don't worry, I'll be guiding you through each step and explaining everything to you as we go. The second way leaves all the hard work to a professional company like LegalZoom. Now, for those of you who haven't heard of them, LegalZoom is an all-in-one online platform that has helped more than 4 million business owners form their own LLCs, corporations, and DBAs for over 20 years. Another great thing about them is that they have a team of support professionals to guide you in your entrepreneurial journey every step of the way. So if you want to learn more about DBAs and how to set one up in the state of California, then welcome. You're in the right place. And before we move on, if you decide that you want to try out LegalZoom for yourself, you'll find an affiliate link down in the description for a bit of a discount which you won't find directly on their website. So that being said, what is a DBA? A DBA stands for doing business as. Sometimes it's called a trade name or a fictitious business name. It allows a business to operate under a name that is different from its legal name or the name of its owners. Say my friend April Smith wants to open a clothing store called Chic Fashions instead of her personal name. That means she would need to register a DBA so that the business could legally have that name. DBAs have another purpose too. They let businesses operate under a name that helps their customers better understand what's being offered by the business. Now, this doesn't just work in the case of using a name different from your own. But let's say April starts an LLC as Chic Fashions. Well, in that case, she wouldn't need to get a DBA as long as she operates her business as Chic Fashions LLC. Now, after a while, April decides to start making hair bows. While Chic Fashions isn't a bad name, she's already established that name for her clothing store. So customers might be confused when she introduces her hair bows under the same name. Instead, she could use a DBA to name her line of hair bows while still being able to use her existing business structure. Now, DBAs are solely used for naming purposes. They don't give their owners any legal protection, and a DBA isn't a business entity. If you need help with starting your own business entity, we offer a ton of videos to help you with just that, so be sure to check those out as well. The first step to register your DBA in California is to make sure the business name you want is available. A good way to check this is by visiting the bizfile online website, which is maintained by the California Secretary of State. On bizfile, you can check out their business entity name search to make sure the name you want isn't already taken. A trip to the Federal Trademark and Patent Office wouldn't hurt either, or a Google search would work too. The only restrictions California has on business names is that they can't include words with specific meanings, like Inc. or LLC, and the chosen name can't be misleading to customers. Once you have a name picked out, you can start your registration paperwork. DBAs are filed at the county level, so you'll want to check with your specific county to be sure you're following their process. Since filing varies from county to county, the questions on the application may be a little different, although generally they'll ask for the owner or owner's name and address, the DBA, the business address, the state ID number, and your business entity type. Once your paperwork is complete, you'll need to file it with the county. Many offer submissions online, by mail, or in person. Your local clerk can help you know for sure. Once it's submitted, you'll need to publish a DBA statement within 30 days. The notice has to run for 4 weeks in the newspaper where you'll be doing business. Your county clerk will give you a list of approved publications you can use. They'll also need you to sign off on the notice within 30 days of the last publication. Because of that, it's important to double-check that the publisher will provide a copy of the notice to the clerk. The cost of the DBA depends on the county, although prices typically run between $10 and $100, not including any publication fees. The DBA is good for 5 years. After that time, you'll be able to renew it, but you don't have to publish the renewal in the newspaper. Now, if doing all of this on your own sounds intimidating or simply takes more time than you care to spend, there is another option. In my opinion, I would rather spend that time doing something else, which is why I chose a formation service like LegalZoom to go through this process for me. So personally, I see LegalZoom as one of the best business formation services out there, especially for beginners, because they take care of all the legwork for you. Don't get me wrong, there are other great services that I also tried, like Zen Business, Swift Filings, and Tailor Brands. So I'll go ahead and leave some review videos down in the description if you want to learn more about them too. Now, before we get further along, let me tell you more about LegalZoom. Their company began with a mission to make legal help accessible to everyone, starting their business with 10 online services, running from estate planning to business formation. Their business has since expanded to now include personalized legal advice and expert tax services. Now they offer a one-stop shop for LLCs, corporations, nonprofits, DBAs, and you don't have to be a business owner to benefit from their services. They can even help with personal services like wills, deed transfers, and power of attorneys. So that being said, let's go through the process of registering a DBA with LegalZoom. The whole application is 4 steps and takes about 5 minutes from start to finish. The first step is to select the state and county you're registering in and your business entity, like sole proprietorship, LLC, C Corp. You get the picture. The next step is to enter the business name you've picked out. Then you'll go through the drop-down menu of different business categories. Choose what best sounds like your business. If none of them fit, there is an other option where you can type in your own. On the next screen, LegalZoom will offer to take care of any business licenses and permits for you. Depending on what you do in your business, that may be a good idea, so it's definitely worth considering. But of course, there's no obligation to take that service. From there, you'll see 2 plans LegalZoom offers to get the job of filing your DBA done. There is their standard plan that gets your DBA filed, and then there is a premium option that also includes help from a business attorney specializing in business law for up to 30 days. Finally, in the last step, you'll go through checkout, and the application will make its way for processing. How long processing takes will depend on the county clerk processing your application. So, you see, the process doesn't have to be lengthy. It can be quick and efficient, leaving you more time to focus on your business. So, just as a recap, here today we went over both ways to register a DBA in California. The DIY route where you take care of it all, or having LegalZoom do everything for you. At the end of the day, LegalZoom is a great option for registering your DBA. The process is fast and user-friendly, and their services aren't limited to DBAs. They can help form your LLC, corporation, or nonprofit too, as well as work with you after forming your business, so you can be sure your business is protected and meeting all its requirements. They truly offer a valuable one-stop shopping experience that offers you more support and guidance in starting your business than you would doing it on your own. And as a small business owner, that support is priceless. And that's going to be it for today. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And like I mentioned before, if you want to try LegalZoom out, check out the link in the description to get that discount you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. Also, feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to try and answer them as quickly as I can. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.